Hi, this is Sreeraj again. How are you doing today? In the last class, we were discussing some basics, but very important thing about a language. In this class, we will continue learning more. Are you ready for the class? Okay, let's start our class.
Okay, students, let's do a recap. In the last class, we were learning about sentences. We got a definition for that sentence. Can you remember that? Yes. A group of words which conveys a complete sense is called a sentence. After that, we came to know that there are four types of sentences. They are declarative or assertive, which will be conveying the statement or assertion. Then comes interrogative, which will be used to ask questions. Then imperative sentences, which will be conveying commands, requests, entreaties. Request, entreaties. Entreaties means humble request or a sincere request, like a prayer. Then comes the exclamatory to show strong feeling. Then we get into the part of a sentence. We were learning that there are two parts of a sentence. One is the subject. We need to speak about a thing, that is subject. Then predicate, something about that subject. So these were the things that we learned in the previous class. I suggest you to watch the previous class one more time to have more clarity. Okay then, can we move on to the next part? Okay, let's go. And the next part is the phrase and the clause. Let's learn what is a phrase. A phrase can be defined as a group of words which makes a sense but not complete sense. That is, a group of words which makes incomplete sense is called a phrase. It will be incomplete. Let's look into an example. The first one is he has a chain of gold. And the second one is Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Let's look the first one. He has a chain of gold. Here, of gold is a phrase. It is making a sense, but not a complete one. When it is standing alone, it is incomplete. Then the second one. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Here, on a wall is the phrase. On a wall is making a meaning, but not a complete one. Next is the clause. It is a group of words which form a part of sentence. It contains a subject and a predicate. It can be called clause. Let's again do it with an example. He has a chain which is made of gold. And the second one, he cannot start while it is raining. We cannot start while it is raining. In the first sentence, the underlined part is the clause. It is having a subject and also a predicate, which is made of gold, which means that is made of gold. And the second one, we cannot start while it is raining. While it is raining is the clause here. From this, we can understand that both phrase and clause will not convey a complete sense when they stand alone. And also, it can attract questions. Let me explain. In the last session, that is when we talk about the phrase, of gold. It can attract a question like, what of gold? We must be answering a chain of gold. And about the second part in the close section, there was a close which is made of gold. Then there can be a question, what is made of gold? You must be answering the chain which is made of gold. So it will be incomplete when it is standing alone. Can we move on to the next portion? Okay, come along. And the next portion is part of speech. Words are divided into different kind of classes according to their use or function, and that are called parts of speech. Did you get the point? We have learned that the sentences are made of words, and these words are divided into certain kinds according to their work, and it is named part of speech. They are eight in number. The first one is noun, second one adjective, then comes pronoun, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. Can we learn it in details? Okay, let's start. The first one is noun. It is a naming word. It is a word used as name of a person, place, or thing. I want you to understand this thing mentioned here. This thing includes all objects that we can see, hear, taste, touch, and smell. And secondly, something that we can think of but cannot perceive by the senses. Let's have some examples. Akbar was a great king. Here, what is the name of the king? Akbar, right? And he is in the position of the king. So both Akbar and king are noun. Kolkata is on the Hooghly. Kolkata is the name of the place and Hooghly, the name of the river. The third point, the rose smells sweet. Here we are talking about a flower, and that flower is named rose. His courage won him honor. His courage. His courage. That's an ability, right? His courage won him honor. Honor. We can only feel that, right? And the courage and honor. This is the something that we can think of but cannot perceive by the senses. Okay, let's move on to the other part. Okay, here we will study the part of speech number 2, that is adjective. It is a supporting word to a noun, or we can say a word used to add something to the meaning of a noun. Okay, now take a look at the below sentence. He is a brave boy. And the second, there are 20 boys in this class. Okay. In the first sentence, the noun boy is supported with the adjective brave to make this particular boy stand away from the others. And he is not like any other boys, but he is a brave boy. Likewise, The second sentence describes about the 20 boys, and the 20 is the adjective and it is supporting the noun boys. It determines the number of the boys. And also we need to see this in that sentence. Here, this is supporting noun class and is helping to point out that particular class which contains 20 boys. Time to learn the next part of the speech, that is pronoun. It is a substitute for noun, or it is a word used instead of a noun. Let's learn from the below sentence. John is absent because he is ill. Here, instead of John, we have used he as a substitute. The books are where you left them. And see, in this sentence, them replaces books. Let me give an example. Rahul is a good boy. Rahul likes singing songs. Rahul is a good dancer too. Rahul is famous because of these talents. Is that okay for you? Or can we say like Rahul is a good boy. He likes singing songs. He is a good dancer too. He is famous because of these talents. So a pronoun helps to remove repetition of nouns in the communication. Let's learn something about verb. Verb is an action word. We will say it is a word used to express an action or state. Example, the girl wrote a letter to her father. Here, wrote is the work done by the girl. Kolkata is a big city. Here is pointing beingness or state of Calcutta. It is being a big city. Iron and copper are useful metals. Iron and copper, both the metal are being in a state of useful things. So it is defining the state of these metals. We will move on to the adverb. As the name denotes, it supports the verb. Or we can say, it is a word used to add something to the meaning of a verb. See, we have learned something similar a few moments back, right? What was it? Yes, adjective. It was an add-on to the noun, whereas adverb is connected with verb in a sentence. Have a look at the below sentences. He worked the sum quickly. Here, his action of doing a sum is very quick one. Quickly is supporting or adding a difference to the verb worked. This flower is very beautiful. This sentence is describing the state of a flower. There may be so many flowers. We are stating that this flower is very beautiful. So we are differentiating this particular flower. Next part of speech is preposition. It is a word used with a noun or a pronoun to show how that noun or pronoun stands in relation to other things in a sentence. It is a word used with a noun or a pronoun to show how that noun or pronoun stands in relation to other things in the sentence. Let's have an explanation with the example. There is a cow in the garden. Here, in is the connecting word used to tell that the cow is in the garden. So the cow is where? In the garden, right? So cow and garden is connected with the word or preposition in. The second one is the girl is fond of music. Here, the girl's interest in music is connected with the preposition of. A pretty girl sat under a tree. In this sentence, a girl is seated below the shade of a tree and her seating position is connected with the preposition under. So the preposition is giving some relation of the things in the sentence. Now we will move on to the conjunction part. Do you know what is conjunction is? Conjunction is a joining word. It is a word used to join words or sentences. We will look with the example. Kapil and Manu are cousins. Let us clarify that. Kapil is Manu's cousin. Manu is Kapil's cousin. Instead of saying two sentences, we can simply say Kapil and Manu are cousins. Kapil and Manu. And the word is used as a conjunction. Next example is I ran fast but missed the bus. There are two sentences here. First one I ran fast, second one I missed the bus. Instead of saying two sentences, here also we can say I ran fast, then in the junction, but is used here, missed the bus. I ran fast, but missed the bus. Now we are moving on to the last part, that is the eighth one, interjection. It is a word which expresses sudden feeling. Let me explain to you with an example. Hurrah! We have won the match. The word hurrah is a sudden expression of happiness because they have already won the match. And here, alas, she is down on her knees. Alas is the expression of watching her sad condition. She is in a pathetic condition and we are watching it and we are feeling sad for her. And we are expressing our sudden feeling, alas. Okay, so now we are completing with the parts of speech. Watch the video one or two times. If you are coming across any kind of difficulty, you are free to contact us.
And so we will now take a break here. And before I end, let me remind you to pay importance to these classes so that you will feel easier understanding English language very well. Have a great time. Take care.